This video is about looking at respiratory distress signs on a baby. Whether that baby is newborn or older, it's the same principles. 3 basic observations: nose, lips, chest. So is the nose flaring? Flaring means opening and closing like a horse. If it is, why is it doing it? And is that a problem? The key word is persistent. If it's doing it briefly, 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes, but it stops, that's probably okay. But even if it kept coming back again, there's a sign of persistence. Or if it's doing it for 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's persistent, there's a problem. Baby needs special attention, because baby only has a certain amount of reserves to manage with its effort to breathe, respiratory effort. And at some point it can get sick very quickly. So if it's giving us a sign, we need to treat the baby, take the sign seriously. So we've got nose, lips. If the lips are pink, fantastic. So we can have a pale baby, white or blue, with pink lips. Everything's probably okay. Just need to observe the baby stays with pink lips. So the lips are mucous membranes, they're well oxygenated, and this is a positive indication. If the moustache area is blue, that's often trapped wind, that's not a problem. If the lips become blue, that's a problem. That's a very clear sign that the baby needs intervention and help, medical assistance. So take the baby to hospital, or if you're in hospital, call for help. Third area, we've got nose, lips, chest. The chest is the third area. The chest is a big area. We've got the abdomen, not looking at that so much, but the ribs and the sternum, or the breastbone. So we've got subcostal recession under the ribs, intercostal between the ribs recession. So if it's sucking in a great deal of effort, and the sternum sucking in. Now a baby is flexible and they can do unusual breathing, very yoga type breathing. But again, that key word of persistent, if there's something unusual going on and it's extra effort, a bit of flexibility is fine, but are they drawing in between the ribs, under the ribs, and the sternum, and the trachea? The trachea is the breathing tube, so at the base of the throat, this could be sucking in and out. Clear sign, baby needs help. They're struggling to get enough oxygen, they're not getting it, so they're working extra hard, they use all their resources and then stop. And that baby is often too late to help. So we need to help the baby who's shown the signs earlier. So we've got nose, lips, chest, sternum, intercostal, subcostal. In addition to this, you'll have an auditory noise of a baby grunting sometimes. Gravity rushes in. It's actually hard work to breathe out, push gravity out. So when we hear this little wheeze with a newborn baby, or something similar, repetitive, persistent, again, that's an indication to closely observe the baby, probably in hospital, in a paediatric specialist centre. If you don't have access to that and you manage to clearly observe the baby, you need to be ready and have equipment for resuscitation and to provide oxygenation to the baby. If we have a monitor, we can do saturation monitoring on the left wrist of a baby. But clinically, we're going by the heart rate, the respiratory rate, the respiratory effort, the colour, the tone, and the reflexes to see how a baby is. In addition to that, we've got peripheral and central venous return. If I press for 5 seconds onto a bony area, take my finger off and watch the colour return from white to pink and count how many seconds. So is it 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds? This is very fast, very good. Between 3 and 5, it's a bit slow. Over 5, there's something wrong. And the periphery would be at the end of the arm, at the end of the leg, the same thing. And we don't think and have a brain down in our limbs, so it doesn't matter as much, but it's an indication of oxygenation. The main indication, the lips. So focus on the lips. If you can't see anything else, we've got a baby's head being born in water. You can see the lips are pink, but the heartbeat's been low. It's fairly reassuring. So recap again: nose, lips, chest, sternum, and ribs, and the trachea. If there's increased effort, get help, have close observation, be prepared to give oxygen support. possibly ventilation support. Separate video will be on using the bag and mask.